Good morning. I'm here in the locker room with Coach Chris Foster. We wanted to take a couple of minutes and talk about the game last night, talk about the season so far, and give you all a better insight as to what goes on here at Priceville High School. So last night, big win over uh, an area opponent with New Hope. Uh, Only the second time we've ever faced them. Last year we won 40 to nothing. This year we came out on top 36-14, but that result was very much in doubt for most of the first half. So tell me about what you saw during the game last night.
Yeah, they did a great job of changing up their front. They did a lot of pre-snap shifting and stuff that we saw them do on film, but they definitely didn't do it to the amount that they did in the game last night. I thought our offensive line did a great job early on, kind of picking up on that and just kind of following their blocking rules and sticking to what they've been taught. And then offensively, they do a good job going several different formations. So they like to try to get you outmanned to the edge one way or the other. They'll like to go unbalanced a good bit. And our defense did a phenomenal job of making sure that they are shifting to match when they're trying to outnumber us to the edge.
Yeah, I noticed one of the things that stood out to me last night was I thought the defense did an excellent job of letting them catch the ball in front of them and stopping them right there, no run after the catch. So, kudos to Coach Potter and all his and preparation for that. The boys looked very good defensively last night because that team rang up 56 points against DAR last week, so they can definitely move the ball.
That's right. One of the keys that we thought was getting pressure on them, and our defense. I mean, their quarterback was under constant pressure all night, and we feel like anytime you can kind of keep someone under pressure, eventually the pipes will bust. And our like you said, our cornerbacks and our safeties, they did a great job tackling in space. They throw the little dump pass out to the flats, and we'd have a guy right there tackling them for 1 or 2 yard gain, or even no yard. So it was a great job.
Excellent job. Um, Offensively, when I was doing a little bit of prep for the game, I saw that it with 25 attempts last week and only 20 total touches by the running backs last week. It was clear that they like to throw the ball a lot. But when they came out running the ball the first 4 plays, did that give you any kind of concern or anything?
Yeah, well, they were. When you look at the stats that we had on them, they were about 60-40 run to pass, and I think that kind of flipped last night where they were 60-40 pass to run. We kind of expected them to try to come out and run the ball, especially with Zero. He's a bigger back, and he's always going to be a challenge for whoever to try to tackle.
Y'all did an excellent job of shutting him down. The shiftier back,
Mm-hmm.
number 4, I thought was a little bit more effective for them. But overall, y'all still did an excellent job of closing down the run and forcing them to be mostly one-dimensional.
Right.
Last night, the last 2 weeks, the offensive seems to really get untracked. Um, talk about what y'all have changed with the blocking schemes and whatnot to really get the running backs loose.
Yeah, that first game against Plainview, it's really the first time that offensive line's together, and that exact unit. And then going, we had a lot of what I'd call first game mistakes that game, where there were certain guys not getting blocked just because guys weren't necessarily following those blocking rules that we talked about. And so I felt like we cleaned that up we cleaned up against Fairview. They just had a guy that we struggled all night blocking, and Eli Frost. But the last several weeks, the guys have done a great job competing better. Last night I really, 2 guys that I praised in the locker room after the game was Jacob Aldridge, who really simulated their big outside linebacker for them, and then Sam LaCroix, who job pretty much all night was blocking that big guy. And so those two guys, they had a great practice week, and I felt like it showed up in the game.
Blitz Clements, everyone saw him have a monster night. At least 195 yards, 200 plus, 2 touchdowns. What's changed to get him loose and free?
Yeah, well, it goes back to making sure that we're following those blocking rules. I think blitz, he's also adjusting to the role of, hey, I'm the feature back versus I get to be the guy that comes in and runs off of maybe someone else's motion or something. And so I thought blitz looked great last night. Really, really did a great job of breaking tackles, not letting the first guy make the tackle that touches him. We preach that to our running backs, that in order to be special, you got to make the first guy miss, and he did a great job of doing that.
He certainly did. Jake England, not a ton of yards, but got important yards last night. I know you've talked before many times about his leadership qualities and things like that, but as an athlete, offensively and defensively, what has he brought to the team?
Yeah, he's definitely brought leadership. He's also brought just a lot of energy, a lot of effort. He does a great job focusing in on his assignment and executing it. I thought offensively, he made some really big plays for us, some passes that we needed. He kind of loosened them up a little bit, and then running the ball, my goodness, he was a handful to take down for him, and I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, he certainly did a great job there. I think that looking forward, I think he's going to be extremely important to what we do. Next week, get another look at the triple option with Scottsboro coming to town.
Yeah, I'd say we get a look at a better version of the triple option, because you look at Scottsboro, and they've been leading the state, one of the top scorers teams in the state. They do a great job of making you stay assignment sound. So we're going to have our hands full. They return. They kind of like our team was last year, to tell you the truth, where they returned all their key skill players. They still have that big fullback back. They still have that quarterback. He's just a year older, and he's doing a great job running their offense.
So defensively, they're going to be a challenge to stop. What about defensively for them? Are they going to be able to? You think that we're going to offer a challenge for them?
Yeah, I mean, we really hadn't seen too much film on them yet, but I know this just from playing them last year. They are one of the more sound defenses we play. They do a great job squeezing down holes, spilling. It makes it a real challenge for our offense. Puts a lot of pressure on them to not only get on their blocks, but maintaining them in order to get around on a spill. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but one I look forward to.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time. I don't want to eat up all your Saturday, but I look forward to doing this again in the future, and hopefully we'll get together next week and talk about another Bulldog win. Right now, you and Westminster are tied for first in the region after the outcomes of last night. So that game will take care of itself in a few weeks up at Westminster. Anybody else out there on the horizon you're looking forward to meeting?
Oh, I mean, we're not going to look past any opponent. Obviously, I believe St. John Paul will be the next region opponent, so that will definitely be the one we'll focus on after Scottsboro week here.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, and we'll see Bulldog Nation next week at Bulldog Stadium, Scottsboro on deck. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.